Welcome to Brownie Bites. He's Daryl Ruiter. I'm Andy Baskin. Post game from the Jets. One word, uncle. That's the word that comes to mind for me, Daryl. I can't. That was like expansion Browns today as they lose 27-20 to the Browns, to the Jets. I like the penalties at the end of the game. Special teams not coming through again. There are just so many things and a litany of errors, and it's not fun to watch this kind of football. And I'm sure Browns fans are looking, one, for Shedeur Sanders, and two, to see if anybody gets fired.
Yeah, I just posted on X. I can no longer defend the indefensible. Browns ownership really has no choice. They have to fire everybody. You cannot run this back. It's unacceptable. Okay, so they finally scored 20 points in a game, second time this season, fifth time since the start of last season. Okay, that's 26 games that they've played. You can't run this back, Andy. You can't bring Kevin back. You can't bring Andrew Berry back. You can't trust Andrew Berry to find your franchise quarterback. And frankly, you can't trust Kevin Stefanski at this point. If Bubba Ventrone has a job this time on Monday, that's inexcusable as well. That guy has an assistant head coach title. That's how they got him from the Indianapolis Colts. And the special teams have been hot garbage since he got here. And to give the Jets life, right, and 14 points in the span of 40 seconds with a kickoff and a punt return for a touchdown, completely inexcusable. Now, I will give credit where it's due. They did run the fire drill for the second time this season, effectively getting the field goal unit on with less than 15 seconds to go to kick a field goal, to make said field goal. But still, just an absolute inexcusable loss. I don't know about you, Andy. I think this is an all-time Browns loss since 1999. It's at least in the top 10. And the top 10 is packed because there have been so many bad Browns losses. This is absolutely one of those bad Browns losses. And again, I don't know how you can bring these guys back next year. It's unwatchable.
I'm not even asking for next year. I'm asking for next week against the Ravens. Are they back next week?
Yeah, I don't foresee any changes being made until the end of the season. But when it comes to 2026, I think you got to fire everybody. I really, really do. To lose that game coming out of a bye week, worst team in the NFL, one of the worst teams, I should say, in the NFL, and the Jets, 1-7, and you can only score 20 points against them. You have two special teams.
Worst team against the pass in the NFL, by the way.
Yeah, worst team against the pass in the NFL, and your 5'10" quarterback that you want to tell us how much the game just comes naturally to him. 17 of 32 for $167. Yes, he did throw 2 touchdowns. I'll grant you that. But
Daryl, he can't get to 200 yards in a game.
No, he can't.
I mean, he can't. What's crazy is in college he did it every week.
He's a shorter version of Deshaun Watson.
I hadn't thought about it that way. I hadn't thought about that. I think I'm just flabbergasted because, like, they even had a chance late to get the ball back with 50 seconds to go, and then they get suckered into the offside. I mean, that's high school stuff, Daryl. Yeah, twice inside of the 2-minute warning, 2 stupid defensive plays.
Kevin is yelling from the sidelines. They're not going to run a play. It's 4th and 4. They're not running a play. Do not move. And what does Cam Thomas do? Hold my beer, Kev. Offsides. Game over. I can't. It's unwatchable.
Well, the hard part is, I mean, even as bad as that was, Devin Bush didn't help any either.
Yeah. I mean, critical penalties at the worst possible time, giving up big plays all afternoon long.
How about Gabriel was sacked 6 times in this game? Where was the offensive line?
Well, he can't see. Like,
oh, all right. Well, that's the answer. Then okay.
I know. I'm just saying, like, he can't see what's going on down the field. Like, let's call it, Andy. We got to call it the way it is. Okay, he can't see. He is too short and too slow, and not nearly enough arm talent to overcome that. He's not Drew Brees. I'm sorry. He's a wonderful kid. I have said this time and time again, okay? I have no axe to grind against Dylan Gabriel. He's a great kid, handles himself extremely professionally, okay? I do believe that he's extremely intelligent when it comes to the football acumen part that the Browns consistently praise him for. I don't doubt that for a minute, but God did not bless him with the physical gifts that are required to play quarterback in the NFL, okay? And one of those requirements is you have to be able to see over the damn line of scrimmage. He can't see. He can't see when guys are getting open. He can't see what the defense is doing. He can't see the pressure when it's coming after him. He can't see, Andy. And again, I realize that comes off as I'm just picking on the kid, and I'm not. He can't see. And
okay, let's move forward. Shedeur Sanders.
They got to get him ready. They got to get Shedeur ready. But
what does he need to do to be ready? I mean, he's been sitting in the background, and I understand not wanting to pull a rookie quarterback at this point in his career. I get it. I understand it. But this town, I mean, how many people do you think are going to be at the game not wearing Ravens uniforms, Ravens jerseys next week, if they don't decide to start Shedeur Sanders next week?
Yeah.
They had 2 weeks to prep for this game today, and that's what they look like? I mean, I'm flabbergasted is the word I'm using. But again, any chance we see Sanders next week?
I don't think so. I think they're going to stay the course because that's what they do. They pride themselves on staying the course, Andy. Even when
did the course change this week with DePodesta leaving?
Maybe the overall course as far as like the big picture of the organization, but not. I don't think. I don't think like this year because you don't have a situation where I don't believe Kevin Stefanski's doing what Hugh Jackson did, where you're deliberately trying to undermine the front office in the middle of a season and defy the plan or either. You see what I'm saying? Like,
right. Yeah.
I don't think that's going on. I don't think you got a mutiny on your hands. I just think people are bad at their jobs. And that's just the reality. They're bad at their jobs. They're not good at coaching football. They're not good at acquiring football talent or enough football talent. And this is what you get. I mean, Andy, this is 2 straight years that this offense has been this bad. And my frustration is that Andrew Berry was handed a prepared perennial playoff contender in 2020, and he's done nothing with it. That's my biggest issue. He's done nothing with it. And you know, the contention windows, as we know, are really hard to build, especially for the Browns. And Andrew Berry has wasted it. You can't keep that guy in your front office. You can't trust that guy to try and find your franchise quarterback. You can't trust that guy to spend your future assets. Okay. Now I can trust him to maneuver the salary cap and get out from underneath the Deshaun contract. And look, if that's what the next 2 seasons are going to be all about, then I think the Browns need to come out and tell us so they can save everybody a lot of time and energy, right? Don't tell us you're trying to win and this is the product you're putting on the field.
Yeah, right? But a team can't actually say we're not going out to win, right? I mean, look what the Jets did. The Jets traded their 2 best players this week, and they beat the Browns. Like, I'm in shock. I mean, like, you had 2 weeks to prepare for this game. I'll say it again. And then you start the game with a 3-and-out?
Yeah. All-time top 10 worst loss since 1999. I don't know if it can crack.
I know the Jets game was the last time we were there. We blew the big lead against them. That was a fun one.
Yeah. And oh, by the way, they haven't won a road game. I think they're 0-13 in their last 13 road games now.
I don't. At first, I was going to be mad at there were parts of me at the end being mad at the defense, but then you go back and you wonder special teams. I mean, they had the start they wanted, right? The Njoku touchdown.
The defense gave up 13 points. Why would you be mad at the defense?
No, I'm not. I'm a little perturbed at what happened at the end of the game.
Yeah,
there was no. Those are too inexcusable. The whole, all right, maybe I'll give you half an excuse on that, but I mean, jumping offside, you didn't even give the offense a chance, and it's not like the offense. I had any great, confidence in the offense being able to score with less than a minute to go in the game either.
I was going to say, like, I can't get all that upset because I know I was pretty convinced Dylan Gabriel wasn't going to do anything with it anyway, even if he got the ball back, right? With no timeouts. They were going to get the ball back around 40 seconds after the punt, right?
Yeah.
And probably backed up at their 20 or inside their own 20. Dylan Gabriel's not doing anything for you in that situation. So, but still an inexcusable offsides penalty by Cam Thomas, especially when the head coach is screaming to everyone, they're not running a play. Do not move. Because I don't think the Jets were going to run a play there.
Oh, no, they weren't. I mean, there's no way they were running a play there. No way. I will say it was nice to see Jerry Jeudy get involved in a game.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Even Njoku involved in the game. Harold Cannon kind of, sort of, somewhat involved in the game.
The equal, right? 32 pass, 32 run.
Yeah, pretty much down the middle. But,
All right, so, Daryl, what's next?
How about this?
Where do we go from here?
Well, I want to go through some numbers from the game first.
All right.
Browns had 23 first downs to the Jets 12. Browns were 6 of 16 on third down. Jets were 3 for 11. The Browns racked up 278 yards of offense. The Jets just 169. Cleveland ran a total of 70 offensive plays. The Jets just 47. Browns won the running battle, 158 to 127. The Jets passed for 42 yards. Now, granted, the Browns only passed for 120. But statistically, in time of possession, the Browns 34-04, Jets 25-56. So statistically, and the Jets had a turnover and the Browns didn't. Statistically, the Browns dominated this game, and they still lost.
Convincingly.
Well, I don't know, but I mean, 7 points.
Why? Because special teams put you in the hole.
Yeah.
I mean, you were chasing the points the whole game. You're right. I don't know how. I mean, why they even brought Bubba in the first place? I often question that. I don't understand it. What was the great upgrade by bringing Bubba Ventrone back from Indianapolis? And today, again, it's special teams issues. Like, how many times have we said that this season? Complimentary football. Well, somebody better compliment the special teams because, I'm sorry, there are no compliments for special teams. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, again, the only thing they can do is race onto the field and kick a field goal. Like, that's the only thing they do well. So we have to give them props for that. Here's the funny thing, Andy. That's the hardest thing to do, right?
Yeah.
That really is. The fire drill, 15 seconds. The clock is moving. No timeouts. Can't spike it. Nothing. You got to hurry up, run on, get everybody set, snap it, spot it, kick it, right, in time. And they've done that twice. They did it against Green Bay. They did it, Sunday against the Jets. But that's all they're able to do in the unit. They give up big returns. They don't tackle well. Okay, they recovered the onside kick not last week, but the week before.
That was a nice onside kick. I give Schmidt credit for that one.
But
well done. Bravo, you two win team. Okay, so not everything is horrible, right? You now have the advantage over the Jets if you end up tied for the first pick in the draft.
Yeah,
and if the Jets want a quarterback worse than the Browns do, they might be able to steal that first round pick that the Jets got this week.
I have to double check the tiebreaker because I don't know that that's the case, Andy.
Head to head? It's got to be.
Because I think that
there's no way. If both teams end up with 2 wins at the end of the year and the Jets beat the Browns are the.
No, primary tiebreaker is strength of schedule. That's to prevent teams from tanking a game. So your primary tiebreaker is your strength of schedule, the team with the lower winning percentage of its opponents.
Well, that might happen, though. The Browns may win that, too, because the AFC North has been, below average.
Now, your secondary tiebreaker then goes to the head-to-head result. And then best won-loss tie percentage in common games, minimum of 4. Best won-loss tie percentage in conference games, strength of victory. And then it gets real crazy if there's more than 2 teams involved in this thing too. But strength of schedule is the number one tiebreaker.
All right. Daryl, let's do one more minute here. Everyone has their job moving into next week against the Ravens.
I think so. But again,
any odds of Shedeur Sanders starting?
I doubt it. I'm expecting Kevin Stefanski to say after the game that because we're recording this as Kevin is talking.
Yeah. By the way, we did not have access to any post game sound.
Yeah,
Just so everyone knows that. That's when we record these things.
Yeah. I would.
Double check it.
By the way, it apparently Paul DePodesta was in New York. So
good.
So let's credit him with his 100th loss as chief strategy officer. Okay.
Congratulations.
No
one has been fired, and I'm sure Kevin said we got to be better after the game.
Yeah, I'm looking right now just to make sure, but I don't anticipate that they're going to make a quarterback change. And actually, Kevin Stefanski, in fact, said they're sticking with Dylan Gabriel as the starting quarterback. Quote, "We're going to stick with Dylan."
If you would have said, we'll assess that, then there could have been some ambiguity about it.
So look forward to that beat down next week against the Baltimore Ravens because you know it's coming.
Well, at least it'll be as empty as MetLife was next week.
Man. Hey, you know what? Maybe the Browns should send out another PSL survey after that one today. Gauge.
Hey, maybe 5 to 10 inches of snow this week, too. Everything keeps getting better. Daryl, say goodbye.
That'll do it for this edition of Brownie Bites. For Andy Baskin, Daryl Ruiter. Browns lose in New York 27-20 in the Brownsiest loss of Brownsiest losses.